What it do, guys? It is your boy, Leon Mookie here, back with you with another new chapter of the Three Kingdoms Legacy. This is chapter 1. Sorry it took so long for this chapter to come out for all of my Dynasty Warriors and DxD fans who like chapter 0 being the prologue chapter. I really am sorry, but honestly, I mostly created that just to relieve some of my stress on how my Chinese ancestry was basically being seen in Highschool DxD, mostly by that bastard fucking Cao Cao, who's not even the real Cao Cao of all things, just because he is a descendant of Cao Cao, the hero of chaos. He thinks he has the right to basically bear that name? Nah. Fuck that. Well, me being triggered aside, let's get into a little bit of a recap. As this story is about one young man, a half Japanese, half Chinese young man by the name of Keisuke Chang. On the surface, he looks like your typical studious, lazy, smart kid that also acts as a bit of a loner, given his appearance is that of a nerdy kid. However, that's far from the truth from those who truly know him, such as one of the members of Sona's peerage and of the student council, Tsubasa Yura. Not only that, it seems Sona also has her eyes on Keisuke as well, and Baji is already aware of the supernatural as well. But no one knows what he does until one day where he's forced to go to the States wearing that of Chinese armor by defeating 3 high-class stray devils who were a werewolf, mummy, and vampire, and finding out that he has the ability to bring out the souls and powers of the former heroes from the Romance of the Three Kingdoms, or rather, the era of the Chinese Three Kingdoms War, defeating the 3 stray devils without even batting an eye. So, with all that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and let's get into this. Chapter 1, Origins. Now, you may be wondering, who am I? Who is the devilishly handsome, badass, and basically violent Keisuke Chang? Well, you see, I didn't start out as Keisuke Chang my entire life. Originally, Keisuke was always my first name, but my last name was once Baji. I was just a kid growing up in Tokyo. I lived my life just like everyone else, but I even made quite a bit of friends, one of them being my best friend as a kid. His name was Matsuro Sato, but we like to call him Mikey. And it wasn't just him. There were plenty others who I saw as my best friends. But one of us felt like we're getting attacked and beaten on by a gang that lived around his neighborhood. To defend him and to defend all of us, we created our own biker gang as well. We called ourselves the Tokyo Manji Gang, or Toman for short. It was only just 7 of us back then, and all of them were my closest best friends. I could never replace them, no matter what. However, things in our lives always turned from good to bad to downright worse. It was just some things in our lives that we couldn't prevent, or things that we could have prevented, but we just didn't, or didn't know how to at that. After all, we were just stupid kids. To be honest, we didn't even know half of the shit we were doing. All of us knew was just to fight, and just to be friends and be there for each other when we all needed to be there for each other the most. And yet, I somewhat failed in that. After becoming First Division Captain, gaining more members for the gang, and even finding my Vice Lieutenant, who would become somewhat of my secondary best friend at the time as well, Chifuyu, I believe things could never change until Kazutora came back, one of the founding members, the one who caused a lot of pain for Mikey back then. I knew that once Kazutora got out of juvie and Mikey found out about this, the two of them would most likely go to kill each other. Not only that, the other shit was happening. Such as some bastard by the name of Keisuke was causing a lot of shit. Even taking one of my friend's spots as 3rd Division captain of Tomon. I couldn't allow that. I couldn't allow the gang that we all build, the place that we all formed as friends and as a second family, basically be destroyed and taken away and turned into something that would never be recognizable. So I made a plan. I would pretend to basically abandon Tomon, drop out as the 1st Division captain, and head to the gang that Kazutora decided to join called Valhalla. And then I'll be putting my plan into action. I would basically try to convince both Kazutora and Mikey to stop fighting. And then I would beat the living motherfucking shit out of that bastard Keisuke. It would be the only way I know how to stop this. I know it. My plan almost worked until Kazutora was tricked into stabbing me, which basically caused me to pass out and bleed out at least a little bit. But even so, I still kept on moving. I still wanted to prevent Mikey from killing Kazutora and made sure that Kazutora didn't know that he was the one that tried to kill me. I had to make one decision. One decision I still don't regret. I stabbed myself right in the gut, so it wouldn't feel like Kazutora was the one who killed me instead. Until I thought it was all over that. I even left Shifuyu behind. Hell, there was this new guy that joined the gang as well by the name of Takamichi. Bit of a wuss. No, scratch that. A goddamn pussy, that's for sure. But to me, he reminded me so much of Mikey's older brother, Shirichiro. Looking at his eyes, I knew Tomon was in good hands with him there. I knew the others would be able to move on from my death if he was there. Even Shifuyu as well. So that's why I have no regrets. Not to this day. That's why I feel I don't regret anything until I thought that I would basically be going to hell or possibly even to the pearly gates. Personally, I'm a bit of a Shintoist actually, but to be honest, I'm not. I can also believe in that of another afterlife. To be fair, I thought that's where I'd be going, but instead, I didn't. I went to another world crazier than mine. Something that you would see in a fucking anime, actually, or a freaking manga, to be fair. I was in a world where basically monsters exist, or rather, angels, fallen angels, devils, gods, yokai, and many other crazy creatures that you hear from folklore and folk tales and legends like that. Stuff that I didn't even think about as a freaking middle schooler of all things. But now I was in this world, wondering on why was I sent to this world, until I met him, the big guy himself. And I'm not talking about God, or, well, not just any god, the head of the Chinese pantheon, otherwise known as the Supreme Buddha. As Keisuke soon sees that of a large figure, wearing that of a long Chinese robe, sitting crisscross while also having one hand up and another hand lowered down. His eyes closed completely, while also having that of a radiant glow, a glow greater than what he's ever seen in his entire life. Feeling like an actual ant among somebody that he wouldn't expect. This, as Keisuke has never felt fear or basically shocked or anything like that until at this very moment. Not even able to even speak. Within soon, the Supreme Buddha finally speaks up saying, Keisuke Baji, you're a soul from another world. Personally, a soul such as yours should not be here. You should be in your own universe, your own world. But it seems that your soul was not gone to your afterlife, but has gone through that of the dimensional void, then through the gap, and then come here. There must be a reason why such a young soul such as yourself was sent to this world. With then, Keisuke can help but speak up saying, yeah, that's what I'd like to know. Why the hell am I in this world? However, even though he wanted to say it like that, he's saying, yeah, I do want to know. Could you explain for me? With then, soon, the Supreme Buddha saying, I cannot give you the answers, but I can give you at least that of a belief. I believe that you came to this world for a reason. You were brought to this world possibly to help it from ruin, to prevent certain things that are not supposed to happen in the future. With it saying, what are you talking about? Please, can you explain at least a little bit? With it saying another thing that he wanted to say but couldn't due to his fear. Within, the Buddha soon raises one finger up to him. Within soon, everything soon goes to that of a big blur, almost like moving faster than light. Within soon, arriving above the earth, saying, this is the world that you live in. This is the earth that your soul has come to. Once your soul finally arrives to your new body, you'll basically be a normal human being. Within soon, the Buddha Keisuke saying, so what? Just gonna be a normal life? Within saying, not exactly, no. Instead, this world is infested with that of many creatures that can basically demolish and destroy humanity as a whole. Even the guides and Buddhas that are under my control and my command could do the exact same thing. However, those of the Chinese pantheon, the one that I rule, have made sure to protect humanity and to protect the way of life. With then soon, Keisuke saying, okay, then why don't you? With then soon, the Buddha couldn't help but sigh, almost like that of remorse, saying, I have been under contract, under that of an agreement, that my pantheon will not act unless acted on, that we cannot attack unless being attacked. It is who we are. We are, as the way of the Buddha, we do not rely on that of worldly desires, material desires if need be as well, or even any wants or needs at that. But we are not afraid to fight if need be. However, this world, the world that I helped create, I do not wish to see it turned into what it has become, a cesspool of evil, debauchery, and suffering. So many good people that could have done right, could have changed. We tried doing that. Unfortunately, it failed. With then, Keisuke couldn't help but raise an eyebrow, saying, how so? With soon, the Buddha explained, we were planning on raising a powerful child, a child with the most powerful Longinus, a sacred gear created by that of the God of the Bible, or Yahweh, as he's known as. These sacred gears were going to help many good people defend themselves from the supernatural. Unfortunately, the supernatural were too crafty and too prepared for such a thing. After the death of Yahweh, soon the faction known as Heaven soon lost a lot of power. However, It soon even affect that of the devils and fallen angels. Even though many fallen angels have fallen and turned into rogue angels, they still worship and basically praise Yahweh. As for the devils, even though their God was considered their truest enemy, it's because of him that they even exist to begin with. So in a way, they lost something that was a part of them, something to keep them in check if need be. Now with him gone, things is turned pretty messy. For example, fallen angels have now the leader of the fallen angels, once that of a man by the name of Azazel, has seeked out sacred gear users. He doesn't treat them horribly, but he does study them and develop them. However, he does commit that of assassination orders on sacred gear users who plan on using their sacred gears for evil, possibly even that of hurting other supernatural creatures who have done nothing wrong. As for the church, some do allow sacred gear users to join. However, they have to be devotedly faithful to the church and God, even though Yahweh is gone. But those who are not, they are basically considered that of monsters, witches, heretics that need to be eliminated. And as for the devils, they have decided to, since their fertility is so low, they have decided to reincarnate humans and other races to be devils. And once a sacred gear user becomes a devil, the devils will just use them. Personally, them using them to regenerate their numbers is good and all. However, pure-blooded devils treat reincarnated devils as they are nothing but tools, servants. Basically, they are no different from a third-class citizen in the world of the devils. So in a way, sooner or later, even before they realize it, they will have an army on their hands. They will have a rebellion, a war, another civil war will begin unless things change within the devil race. They need to change, after all. So what does that have to do with me? So what does that bring up with me? With then the Supreme Buddha saying, as you know, we were planning on raising a sacred gear user with the most powerful sacred gear known as the true Longinus. His name was Ying. He was a bright boy, a boy who truly believed in the ideas of doing what's right and saving others. Not only that, he was also a descendant of the hero of chaos from the era of the Three Kingdoms, known as Cao Cao. Basically, he was a descendant of the Cao family of Wei, hopefully to give him the idea that he was a descendant of a great warrior, and with the power of the most powerful Longinus, he would become an agent of ours, an agent that would basically travel the world, basically defeating those of evil and horrible intentions for humanity and many other races as well. But unfortunately, that hope faded. He became, as he began his training, as he began becoming more and more of a warrior, he began to think that the supernatural was not even good, that the supernatural was the one causing so much pain, that it was people like us, the Chinese gods, who did nothing for humanity, were the ones truly causing pain. So after that, the boy ran off. He soon ran away, and then after that, founded like-minded people such as himself who were also members of a organism, who were also descendants or reincarnations of many heroes, and found his own faction, which he calls the Hero Faction. He abandoned his original name and decided to go by the name of the person that he is descended of, Cao Cao. In hearing this, Baji was somewhat curious about this. After that, the boy continued, instead of doing what's right, wielding the moniker of hero, instead, he began to kidnap, twisted, brainwash fellow sacred gear users and and descendants of heroes such as themselves to join their faction, causing many families to be broken, losing their children. Some children even losing their lives due to their methods. Say that it's all good for the preservation of humanity, when in fact he's causing more harm than good. The boy has turned into a twisted, self-entitled hero, and even his followers too. We've went wrong with such a boy with high potential, and now he's turned into this. We've also heard plans that he plans on joining with that of the most powerful being of this world, even more powerful than me as well. That being the Dragon of Infinity office. Knowing her, she may already know about your soul going past that dimensional gap, and possibly have that as the power of the void within inside of you. With then saying, okay, so I'm basically being tracked by a dragon. Saying, most likely, but with my powers, I'll be able to suppress that. Also, once you were sent to your new body, you will be nothing but a mere human. But as we speak, I will give you another power. A power that will basically transcend any other power on this earth. But doing so will weaken me greatly. So my duty is to normally keep the balance of the universe from collapsing down onto this world. But I would have enough strength to continue doing my duty. As for you, you will have an immense power that will allow you to call on the souls of all of the greatest heroes in Chinese legend, mostly those from the era of the Three Kingdoms. With then soon Baji, first time actually finally speaking his mind instead of basically speaking a more timid and more polite way, saying, whoa, back the fuck up. You're saying that you're basically wanting me to be a one-man army with basically souls living in my body rent-free? You gotta be out of your damn mind. With then the Buddha saying, is there a problem? Saying, of course there's a damn problem. What do you think that I want to do this stuff? I'm okay with basically getting involved in a good fight and all and beating the shit out of who deserve a good ass beating, but I'm not just gonna do it because you ask. You may be a guy that terrifies the living hell out of me, and I know you can basically eradicate me just by looking at me, but even so, what do I get out of this? What do I do that basically allows you to basically do whatever the hell you want with me? Or do what you expect me to do for you guys who screwed up? With then, the Buddha doesn't say anything. With then, soon after a couple minutes, the Buddha speaks once more, then saying, is that your choice? Do you wish not for the power? Do you not wish for the strength that you would need to defend yourselves and those who need it? Keisuke Baji, I've seen through your soul. I can see within you. You may see yourself as a bad and twisted person, but you are not. You're a kind, gentle, and caring soul. You truly do care about those around you and those who need your aid. You are not a person that abandons others who are in need. With hearing this, Keisuke was completely caught off guard. With then soon the Buddha saying, allow me to say this. For the next 10 years, we will allow you to we will train you. Many of the gods who wish to help you improve will aid you, for example. But after those 10 years are up, you are free to do whatever you please, free to travel the world, free to do whatever you wish, free to live your life however you see fit. You can even make new friends, fall in love, and even find your place in the world. But in return, we will ask on you for one favor at least once a month to eradicate threats to that of humanity and possibly that of the world. Is this understandable for you. With then hearing this, Keisuke couldn't help but look down, but then think, before then sighing, saying, all right, I can work with that, but don't go off your deal, old man. With then soon, the Buddha actually having that of a small smirk, if basically I miss it and you blink kind of look, actually, within saying, I am the Buddha, I never lie. I may not have emotions, but I do not lie. I have no need of such things, after all. With then soon, hearing this, Baji couldn't help but smile, showing his canine teeth, with soon saying, all right then, I accept your proposal to become your little, well, janitor, after all. And like you said, it's only 10 years of this shit. How bad can it be? With then soon, the Buddha saying, believe me, it will be hard, because it is not the training that you need to worry about. It's those who will inhabit your body that would be. With then soon, with another hand sign from his left hand, within several figures began to appear below in front of Baji, as these are the figures who will be aiding him in his journey. Basically, 90 people all standing in front of him, as these are the iconic heroes and heroines and villains of the three kingdoms. With then, many of them all stare at Baji. With then soon, Baji saying, you want me to fight all these guys? If that's the case, then I'm in for it. With then soon, one of them couldn't help but say, I see. So he's the one that we are told to basically to help him in his journey. He's got spunk, I'll give him that. But does he have the power? As being a man wearing that of black armor, with almost and quite tall at that as well. This being the mightiest warrior of them all. With then a man wearing that of green armor, as he has that of a, well, Chinese hat and quite that of a fine mustache and goatee, with him having that of twin swords. This being the first emperor of Shu, Liu Bei, the dragon of Shu, is saying, even if so, those of Shu will aid him in his journey to help put peace to this world of ours after our time has passed. Do you all agree with me? With then, many of those in that of the army of Shu all agree. With then soon, a quite muscular and wide man, with that of a dual pick, couldn't help but say, if you say so, brother, we'll help out. But again, I hope this runt is just like Wu Bu said. Hope the runt is able to keep up. With then soon another with that of green robes and quite the magnificent and amazing beard, as he strokes it, saying, just by looking at his eyes, I can see he has the determination and the will to actually do what needs to be done. And he's not afraid to use it if need be. I will help even if brother does not want me to. With that, soon, a young man wearing that of Chinese armor, as he has that of a tiger pelt across it, and his red hair tied up into that of a ponytail, saying, I have seen how the world has become. It is truly an era of chaos. Even after everything we have tried to do to achieve peace in China, the world itself has become quite chaotic. Though the Tigers of Wu will also aid in this endeavor. If the Supreme Buddha wishes us to come back to the land of living and then to help this young man, then so be it. With then soon a man that almost looks like that looks like the young man. However, he has that of white hair and it's also that of a white goatee and beard as well. Placing a hand on the young man, on the other man's shoulders, saying, well said, my son. You, boy, let you know the tigers of the Soon family will help you. We, the soldiers and valiant people of Wu will help you, Keisuke Baji. So do not let our fangs become dull during your training. With that, Keisuke saying, I'm actually liking these kind of guys. With Soon looking at those of Wei and also of Jing. With then Soon, Suma Yi going to Cao Cao saying, Cao Cao, I know I have done some things to that of Wei, but saying, save your words, Suma Yi. I know what you did was for the good of Wei. What it was turning into was something even I wouldn't be respected. With then Soon looking at his son, Cao Pi, saying, I have no words, father. I will say this, Suma Yi, thank you. Thank you for putting that imbecile of a cousin of mine basically in his place. And even Suma Zhao, Suma Shi, thank you for also putting my son in check for becoming a lazy and whining child. As Suma Shi says nothing but puts his hands together and bows his head. As for Xiao, couldn't help but laugh to himself, saying, no pressure, but appreciate the words, my lord. But then Suma Yi looking at Baji, saying, boy, I do not follow those who I believe are worthy. It took even a while for me to trust even that of Lord Cao Cao and Lord Cao Pi. But you, on the other hand, you need to earn my respect. As for those of Jing, if they wish to help you, then they're free to do whatever they please. As for me, show me that you earn my respect, that you've earned my power. However, if Lord Cao Cao and Lord Cao Pi accept you, then I will accept you as well. Soon, Baji couldn't help but laugh, as everybody is shocked, even those of Wei and even those of the other heroes, heroines, and villains couldn't help but be shocked and surprised. Saying, you think I need your help? Like I need anyone's damn pity. Even if you all weren't basically told by the big guy up there to help me, I wouldn't give a damn if you wanted to help me or not. I still would do my own thing, power or not. I do. If I know that I can win, and if I know that I can still keep on going and keep on fighting, then that's exactly what I'm going to do. Consequences and power be damned. That's just the way that Keisuke Baji rolls. Either stand beside me or get the fuck out of my way. Your choice. As everybody was caught off guard, except for Cao Cao, as he couldn't help but smirk before laughing out loud, with everybody looking at the hero of chaos and the man who should have became the first emperor of Wei, within saying, quite the remarkable words, young man. If anything, you would fit in quite well in my kingdom, and my army as well. Too bad that you were born in an era before my time and born into a world that we would not be able to meet. But even my other self in your own world would have agreed. As for me, my blade and sword, the hero of chaos is at your disposal, Keisuke Baji. And the same goes for all of those of Wei and Jing too. Do you all disagree with my decree, with my words? Then everybody look at their leader, the reason on why that many of them fight with Cao Cao. With Soon, all of them have no words to say. Even his son has no words to say. Within Soon, Cao Cao couldn't help but smirk and within saying, then you have the words. We are yours to follow. After that, Keisuke couldn't help but say, didn't need that of dramatics, but all right, I'm with you on that. Then Soon looking over to the others saying, what about all of you? You up for it? Then Soon, Lubu saying, I don't waste my time with weaklings. But just by looking at you, even if you're shorter than me, you got the spirit of a warrior. I would love more to fight you than work with you, but can't be helped. You just have to prove that you are strong enough to have me by your side, little kid. With then soon, Lu Bu's daughter, Lu Kuquan, as she's saying, if father is siding with this boy, then I will too. It only seems natural that I would follow my father's lead. Within, an elegant, beautiful, and downright gorgeous woman, wearing that of pink and golden jewelry around her, saying, if Lord Lu Bu is wanting to help, then I will too as well. And soon, another man who almost wearing that of black, purple, and red robes also speaks up saying, same, I will do the same as well. If the reason on why I am here is because the great and supreme Buddha knows of my genius and intellect, then it only seems right that I would help this young lad do his duties as well. Within, a guy on that of wayside, as he has that of an eye patch and somewhat of an annoyed look on his face, saying, of course he would say that. And seriously, do we seriously have to work with that beast, cousin? With Xiahou Duan looking at Cao Cao, saying, Xiahou Duan, we are not working with Lu Bu, we are cooperating with him. We are working with the young man in front of us. Do not bother baring your fangs towards a wandering spirit of a fool we've already defeated. With then, soon, Xiahou Duan couldn't help but scoff, saying, as you wish, my lord cousin. As the other, factions, other leaders sided, mostly that of Yuan Shao, Zhang Zhao, and also that of, Meng He and his wife, Zheng Ra, too, with, however, as for, Deng Zhuo, his granddaughter, Deng Bao, Yuan Shu refused to work with that of Keisuke, believing that the boy is beneath them, especially Deng Zhuo of all people, within soon, Keisuke heading to the fat old man's spirit, saying, just by looking at you, you're basically a worthless little shit bastard. I can tell you don't have what it takes to work with me. And just by and like I said, just even though you're a spirit and I can't smell anything, just by looking at you, I know you smell like shit. Within, everybody is utterly shocked. Even Deng Bao is utterly shocked seeing that somebody talks to her grandfather like that. Within, soon, Keisuke looks at the Supreme Buddha saying, could you send this little bastard back? I don't need him fighting with me. Within, soon, Deng Zhuo saying, you little piece of trash! How dare you talk down to? Within, soon, in a split second, Deng Zhuo disappears. Within, soon, Deng Bao saying, what have you done to my grandfather? Do you not? You want to do the same? Because I'm pretty sure a girl like you wants to know what the modern world is like. And honestly, I'm not afraid to hit a girl as well if they truly deserve it. But that doesn't mean I like to hit girls. So either get in line or don't. Your choice. Within, soon, for some reason, Deng Bao couldn't help but be shocked at the words that Keisuke talked to her like. As she's always gotten what she's wanted. Instead, this time somebody actually stood up to her without even caring about who she is or who her grandfather is. For some reason, it almost looks like that the spirit was actually blushing. Then she couldn't help but scoff, saying, whatever, fine, I'll do it. At least for my grandfather, of course. With that, soon, Yuan Shu saying, I guess so. you'll need the help of an emperor to help you. With then soon, within Keisuke looking at Yuan Shu saying, doubtful I need you, but if you're willing to help me out in some ways, then so be it. Just don't cause me to do some stupid shit though. Within Yuan Shu wanting to retort, but holding his tongue though, with then saying, if you say so, young Keisuke. With and soon seeing the old man wearing that of white robes and having that of a quite interesting beard and mustache as well, with saying, you didn't agree by any chance, old man? With then soon the man known as young Zhao Shi could help but say, well, I've already decided to help you even before any of them decided. You are needed for this world, needed to bring balance to this world as well. It only makes sense that I would help you. Why would I need to voice my opinions when I've already decided what I'm going to do? With then hearing this, Baji couldn't help but smirk, saying, I think I'm gonna like you, old man. And I normally don't like old people that much. With then soon the Supreme Buddha saying, so you all agree to help young Keisuke. Thank you. I truly appreciate your work, your desire to help out this new world and the young man. But my spiritual powers are greater than any other spiritual being, even those of death and those who control souls. What I will allow my powers, the sacred gears, magic, abilities, and skill and talents that you all once had during your former lives will be transferred over to that young man. Meaning, Keisuke Baji, you will become one of the most strongest beings on this world. Maybe not stronger than that of a god, but at least strong enough to stand atop, and that's at the top 10 strongest beings of this world. Do not misuse this ability. If you do, I will take it away and obliterate your soul to send back to the afterlife that you were meant to go to. Is that understood? Within Baji saying, yeah, I get it. So, can I go now? Want to see what my new life is about. Saying, as soon as you arrive, you will already be that of 5 years old. You'll be starting training with that of a certain monkey king who will help you in your journey. And soon, many of the other gods will aid you as well to hone your powers with those of the spirits of the three kingdoms. Use it well, young Keisuke, or I should call you by your new name in this world, Keisuke Chang. With then Baji saying, wait, I'm no longer being called Keisuke Baji? Seriously, you can keep my first... Seriously, I'm keeping my first name, but my last name? Ugh. Well, whatever. At least I'm still me. But let's get this over with. And so, wonder what this world has in store for me. I'm really looking forward to it. After having that of a pharaoh's smile on his face, soon Keisuke and all of the 89 spirits of the three kingdoms soon begin to disappear and goes to the new world. Then soon, Keisuke arrives in his new body, as he is 5 years old, as he's currently in that of a bed, as he looks like he's in that of someone you would see in a 5-star hotel, with then thinking, wow, I must live in luxury, with then soon think as he looks outside the window, saying, this doesn't look like Japan, but I guess I might be in China. Makes sense. With soon the door opening, with then saying, I heard some shuffling in here and, looks like you're awake, kid. With then soon seeing that of a tan-skinned man with that of hair across his arms and also quite a bit of chest hair as well, as his hair is a bit spiked up and he has that of a golden crown on his head. With then soon saying, who the heck are you, old man? Saying, old? I'll let you know that I am only that of 500 years old. With then saying, yeah, that's pretty damn old. With then, and could you say your name? Saying, all right, fine. But I give you my name, you gotta give me yours. The name is Zheng Ji, or I'm otherwise known as Sun Wukong the Fifth. I am the fifth Wukong of this world. Currently, the seventh is currently going through his own little training too, but once he comes of age, know that little brat is going to definitely go on his own little adventures after all. But as for you, on the other hand, the old man first told me I had to basically help you out in your little training you to become the Chinese Pantheon's enforcer. So, I hope you're ready for the next couple of years, because it's going to be absolute hell for you, kid. With then the guy having that of a feral and sadistic smile on his face. As for Keisuke, on the other hand, he goes over to the old man. Within soon, punches him in the gut. As then the guy double over for a bit, shocked and surprised that a 5-year-old kid was able to punch him that easily. With then saying, guess this must be the power that the Supreme Buddha basically gave me. Not bad indeed. As then he begins to feel several presences in his own body and his own inner soul, as these are the heroes inside of him. As it feels like several of them are actually talking amongst themselves, while some are basically trying to fight one another, while some are basically just, doing their own thing and chilling. With then Baji can help its sigh, saying, oh god, that's going to be annoying to deal with. I really got to deal with that later on. Well, I am not going to be having basically tons of people basically screaming and yelling in my mind. Or better yet, I need a way to basically mute their asses. Hopefully that will be the easier part. With then, soon, Zheng Ji can up and say, oh god, what the hell? You're strong, kid. Saying, tell that to the Supreme Buddha. Well then, I'll let you know, I may be a kid, but I've been to my fair share of fights, and I'm not afraid of holding anything back at all. So, I'll let you know, don't underestimate me, because I'm more than meets the eye. With then, as Keisuke having that of a feral grin in his eyes, and soon, his irises soon turn into slits. With then, this is how the beginning of Keisuke Baji became Keisuke Chang. Back in the present timeline, currently, Keisuke is now back from his mission, within getting off his bike before his bike reverts back to its normal form, as then putting it back into one of its garages before putting the tarp up and chaining it as well. With then heading to his apartment building once more. With then couldn't help but yawn, saying, man, as soon as I get back it becomes pretty damn late. Even though it was pretty damn late in America, of all things. Well, whatever. I need to get some sleep. Still got school early in the morning. With then soon saying, hey, Zhao Yuan, thanks for the help. Yeah, I really appreciate it, buddy. With then soon, the blue dragon of Shu couldn't help but say, it was my pleasure to aid you, Keisuke. With then soon, somebody else basically speaking up saying, come on, Baji, come on, Keisuke, let us help out too. You know, I'm itching for some entertainment. As this being from the little conqueror, Sun Tzu, saying, maybe next time, sir, but until then, I want to get some sleep. I'm tired as hell. I already took care of my homework, so I got nothing to worry about there. Well, good night, guys, and take care. With then soon, as he did find a spell that helps him mute all the spirits and souls in his inner mind and inner soul, I should say. Because given how much that they all talk and they all don't even need to sleep, they can basically be loud as hell ever since he was a kid. But even so, it's all good, to be honest. This is the life he's chosen. The life of the enforcer of the Chinese pantheon. And he wouldn't change it any other way. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I love to read them. So, how did you guys like Chapter 1 being the origin of Keisuke Chang, as he was originally Keisuke Baji from Tokyo Revengers? And I know what some of you may be wondering, why the heck is he Baji from Tokyo Revengers? Well, you see, I was finally starting to catch back up with Tokyo Revengers after hearing that it finally ended, and I know a lot of people hated that ending. I started to think, man, Baji deserved better. And soon thinking, wait, why don't I change? I already made Keisuke Chang look like Baji in this story. Why not make him actually Baji? Now that actually works out a lot more better. But this Baji is a lot more chill than he is in main canon of Tokyo Revengers. So yeah, mostly due to his experiences, which I will basically go back and forth between certain things of Keisuke's past in the world of Highschool DxD. However, also, if you guys are wondering, yes, Keisuke will have a harem because, again, it's Highschool DxD. It would be basically, hypocrite to not give the guy a harem in a story that's basically about fucking harems. So, yeah. I'll either post it on my community tab or through or in the next video. So, yeah. At any rate, if you guys like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification, keep updating my videos when I upload on the channel. Also, check out my Discord, gaming channel, main channel, and Patreon, and also Cash App as well. Possibly all in the link in the description below. If not, I'm sorry. So, with all that said, this is Yamuki, signing out. Later, guys, and take care.